And great, great. Oh, I forgot my headphones. Holy smokes. Gotta make sure everything's on top. All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? We are live. We're starting a live channel Q&A. I got my Naruto headband on me, and we're going to be talking about some stuff that's going on into the future of the channel. We got nobody in the chat room right now, but that's perfectly okay because I'm sure people will show up, and if they don't, well, I'll talk about what's going down on the channel anyway, so you guys can be informed if you don't get to it right now, but you can get to it later. So we'll wait till the 3-minute warp. Three minute what am I talking about? 3-minute work. Well, I am yeah, I'm hyper, but it's not from caffeine or anything. I'm high off of life. Hey, Jamie Hughes, thank you for joining in the chat, man. You say hey dude, I say hey dude right back at you. You're awesome for showing up. And BY says, ha, wrong. Wrong. What am I wrong? My question is, what am I wrong about? But guys, we got some exciting stuff to talk about here. I'm going to talk about Entertainment Wars. I'm also going to be discussing all the stuff that's happening on the channel this week and some possible stuff that might be going on down the road. And as the title says, this is a live Q&A. So whatever questions that you guys may have at the beginning of the 3-minute mark, I'll hit up, I'll answer to the best of my ability, and then from there, we'll go straight into the channel update and everything that's going on inside the chat. Honestly, how's your guys' week been? My week has been pretty good. It's been, week's only been 2 days, but it's been extremely busy. Lots of writing, lots of editing videos, lots of just getting stuff prepared for you guys, because this week is a pretty exciting week. There's a lot of really, really exciting stuff I got headed your guys' way. And yeah, so we got about 1 more minute and then we're gonna start this puppy. Let's get this chat started in 60 seconds. Devin Pilgrim, how's it going, man? Guys, Devin Pilgrim just showed up in the chat. He says, hey Cody, how's it going? It's going well, man. It's it's been a very, very hectic and busy week over the past couple days. Yeah, it's only been 2 days. Sorry guys, week isn't completely over yet, but I'm super, super excited because plans. Is there anything worth watching coming out this week? Honestly, when it comes to that question, the way I'll answer it is this. I don't live in Arizona. I live in the state of Maine. I don't live in any other state except the state of Maine. And for that very reason, the state of Maine does not give advanced screenings to press. I really wish that they did, because if I could get movie reviews out early for you guys, that would be a dream come true. And yeah, so honestly, I don't know. I'll certainly tell you about the stuff that I'm excited to see. That's going to be in. And we're at the 3-minute mark, guys. All right, for all of you who are in the chat right now, all 3 of you, thank you guys so much for coming up. So whatever questions, we're going to hit up the Q&A portion right now. So whatever questions you guys have for me, whatever questions that you may want to ask, you've been wondering about me, wondering about what's going on with the channel, be ahead, leave them right down in this little chat board I got going right here, and I'll be sure to answer as many of them as I can get to. We'll have I'd say let's have the Q&A go between 10 and 15 minutes. So we'll stop at the 10-minute to 15-minute mark. So let's get going. Okay, B-Wise, did you see the new Venom trailer? I did. Honestly, I'm super, super excited for Venom. This week, the first trailer I thought looked pretty good. The second trailer, this thing looks excellent, man. I mean, it got me super excited, and it opens up the possibility. Me personally, I think this movie might be rated R. I'm really hoping it does, because Venom as a character certainly lends himself to be that. And just from this trailer, the overall tone and what it looks like it's going to be rated R. It looks like it's going to be a full-on horror movie / superhero movie, and I can't wait to see it. And Tom Hardy looks fantastic in it. Devin Pilgrim, what's your favorite genre of film? When it's done extremely well, when it's done like It or the Conjuring films, the horror genre is my favorite genre of film. I'm a big world building guy, just like my buddy Zach Pope. World building, mythology, creation of creatures and monsters, all of that stuff I am a big fan of. And the horror genre is the genre that does it extremely well, if it's done extremely well. It's one of the reasons why It was one of my favorite films from last year. It's just that whole film was so well directed, well constructed from beginning to end. It was just it was a pure wonderful experience to watch. Chandler Videos, what's going on, man? It's so great to see. It's so great to see you back in the chat. Thank you. So Chandler, to catch you up right now, I got some channel updates that are going to be coming on later on in the video, but for right now, we're just having a Q&A portion for anybody who wants to learn something about me or learn what's going on in the channel. Q&A portion all the way. So hit me with your best questions. I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. So let's get to it. But yeah, Chandler Videos, thank you so much for showing up, man. It means a ton. Devin Pilgrim, I completely agree. I love horror, though we barely get any great one. Favorite movie genre too. Okay, that's pretty nice. Chandler, I bet you were surprised to actually meet me the other. Wait, what? Chandler, B-Wise, you guys met? What, you guys met the other day? That is fantastic. So I'm guessing your guys' week is going pretty darn well, pretty special, honestly. And okay, I guess if you guys haven't seen it, if there's one movie recommendation I can suggest out of last weekend's movies, it's this. Go see Mission Impossible Fallout 1 and 2. If you get the chance, go see Teen Titans Go. Those two, Teen Titans Go, completely different reason. It's a very, very clever satire on the superhero genre, on film, on Hollywood, on action movies, all of that great stuff. And as far as action movies go, Mission Impossible Fallout. I was about to say Ghost Protocol, but Mission Impossible Fallout is, in my opinion, the best action film we've gotten in the past decade. And I know some people will say Mad Max Fury Road, but for me, it's got to be Mission Impossible Fallout. All right, Chandler Video says, wait, was that you with Huh. Well, it looks like we got some people who... All right. So, like I said before, guys, it's great that you guys got to meet. It's great that you guys got to talk. Well, whatever your questions are, guys, like I said, we're going to go do 10 to 15-ish minutes when it comes to this particular Q&A. So, whatever your questions may be, hit them up in the description below. Happy Tuesday, NBA 73. And thank you for that. Okay, gentlemen, never knew that. Okay, Devin Pilgrim, Teen Titans Go to the movies was such a pleasant surprise. I love Fallout as well. Yeah, they were both really, really good movies. I was surprised as well. Cody, what movie are you excited for in 2019? 2019. Well, first one is going to be obvious. I'm actually really excited for a little indie film known as Untitled Infinity War Part 2. The conclusion to Infinity War, I cannot wait to see what happened, especially what happened in Infinity War. And, it's been out, so, spoilers ahead, because if there's somebody who hasn't seen it yet, I think that's kind of on you at this point, because it's been out for a while, and it's made over $2.2 billion at the box office. And the way they add it, aw, Zach, you're cute too. Guys, Zach Pope has entered the chat. And Zach, we are just doing a Q&A here, and it's super energetic, super excited. But yes, one of my most anticipated films of next year is going to be Infinity War Part 2. But if we're going to go things that are less obvious, let's go straight into How to Train Your Dragon 3. How to Train Your Dragon 3, I have talked tons and tons. How to Train Your Dragon, that trilogy, although it is overrated, is one of my personal favorite I can't say it's one of my personal favorite trilogies, but How to Train Your Dragon 3 is just around the corner for next year, and I'm super pumped to see how they conclude it. I think they've done excellent storytelling from all three movies, and I just cannot wait to see what they do next. And Zach Pope and I, we actually agree on this, that Shazam, as far as a movie goes, the new Shazam movie coming out next year, it's both one of our most anticipated films of next year. Zach more than me, because he's a bigger fan of Shazam than I am, because most of my stuff that I know about comic books and comic book characters comes from movies, not comic books, because I've never been that much of a comic book reader. So yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. All right. We have Jamie Hughes. Did you see Infinity War 2? Maybe getting an earlier release, possibly April instead of May. Well, that would be fantastic. That would actually be right in tone with Infinity War, because the only reason why Infinity War wasn't released in May, but it was released in April, is because Robert Downey Jr. pretty much pitched to the studio through Twitter that Infinity War should get a week's early release, and the studio was like, all right, RDJ, you got it, let's release it a week early. And yeah, okay. Jonathan said, oh, thanks, Zach. NBA 7-3. I saw on the news that there is one more blockbuster left. One more blockbuster. What? Oh gosh, what's that last blockbuster coming out? Honestly, I probably. All right, Movie Man thought I was dead. No, Movie Man, I did not think you were dead, my friend. All right, Devin Pilgrim. I'm excited for Avengers 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Glass, How to Train Your Dragon 3, and oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Okay, Devin Pilgrim, if you guys want to know what some of my most anticipated films of next year are, look at Devin Pilgrim's comment, because he said Avengers 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is Quentin Tarantino's next project, his next film, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Glass, How to Train Your Dragon 3, and The Joker. Those are all in my top. I mean, honestly, they're in my top 10 most anticipated movies for next year. I'm super excited for all of those. Let's see here. Zach says, you hear about Emoji Movie 2 this morning? Starring Christian Bale, directed by the guy who did Kubo. Zach, sometimes I really hate you. No, but not really. Guys, first of all, considering he's here, all right, we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then I'll actually, you know what? Holy cow. This is a perfect time to actually start talking about stuff. So guys, Q&A portion shut down. Now I'm going to talk to you about one thing, because Mr. Zach Pope is here. Guys, if you have not had a chance to check out a little project that me and Mr. Zach Pope did over on his channel, it's a little game show called Entertainment Wars. If you guys want creativity, if you want a really, really intense, really fun debate type show, pitching original ideas with original characters or characters that you may already know, television shows, video games, movies. If you want a really intense, really interesting, really fun show, go over to Mr. Zach Pope's channel. I call him Mr. Zach Pope out of respect, guys, but honestly, it's just Zach. Okay, so go over and check out Zach's channel. Go check out the first episode of Entertainment Wars, or heck, you can go right up to the YouTube search bar, search that up. It'll be the first result that you find. But it's really a show worth working on. Zach Pope and I, we worked for 8 months bringing this show to you guys, and it's finally done. Go check it out as soon as you can. All right, let's see what else we got. NBA 73, Blockbuster Video Renting Store, I meant. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did hear about that. All right, Star Wars 9, anyone? I'm excited for Star Wars 9. All right. Man, you got me. Thought you were serious. Those are probably my top 5 right now. Devin Pilgrim, you and me both, my friend. Those are some of my favorites and most excited for as well. Okay. So guys, next up, we're going to be talking about some stuff going down on the channel. So like I said, Q&A portion's done. Go check out Entertainment Wars when you can. Now, as far as this channel goes, you guys should know that this week, Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to run down all the rest of the videos that I'm going to have up on the channel this week, because there are videos going to be from now until Sunday. Obviously, the video you're getting from me today is this one, is the live stream, but tomorrow I'll be doing an analysis of I Am Number 4, because The Darkest Mind, a movie with teenagers who have superpowers, comes out this weekend, and I figured, why not talk about a movie that has teenagers with superpowers? So, moving on from there, after that, Thursday, you'll be getting a fan review from me, because one of my subscribers named Stark Ventures, he actually reached out to me and asked me to review his film. So I did, and it's called Ascendance 3 Atonement. And tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to be reviewing that for you guys. It's a really interesting movie, and I think it is something that you should check out at least once, but review will be up on Thursday. Friday, we'll be talking about Christopher Robin. Saturday, I'll be talking about the Bo Berman directed film that I've been really anticipating since I heard about it, 8th Grade. And then Sunday, I will be reviewing The Darkest Mind. But here's the thing, guys. Episode 2 of Entertainment Wars is also going to be filming on Sunday. And if you want to know who the contestants are for episode 2, head right over to Mr. Zach Pope's channel. We have a live stream and channel update that happened over there. And heck, Thanos may have killed me at some point during the live stream. So honestly, it is a live stream worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of Entertainment Wars, a fan of what me and Zach did, and it'll just give you some insight of what's going on down the road when it comes to Entertainment Wars. All right. Let's see here. I Am Number 4 is kind of underrated in my opinion. I can understand that. I really can understand that. It's a fun movie. I don't think it's a particularly perfect one, but it's a pretty interesting movie. And Movie Man says, I'm writing a screenplay for the Screenwriters Guild of my state. That's pretty cool, man. Honestly, I wish that Maine had more opportunities like other states do. But like I said, Maine, although we do have film festivals and that kind of stuff here, we don't have stuff like a Screenwriters Guild. We don't have Directors Guild or all that stuff. Like I said, we don't even get advanced screenings here. So it's kind of a really bad state for those of us who are film oriented and those who want to push our career forward when it comes to film. It's really bad for that. And geez. Okay, I live in Indiana. That's pretty cool, man. And I've heard Indiana is a really, really fantastic state. All right, guys. Now, okay, I need to picture. I'm going to be running a poll on Twitter here pretty soon, guys, because I have been on and off the fence on whether I'm going to do this, but I want to know your opinion as far as my channel goes, because I love video games. I just started getting back into video games. And I also I was contemplating doing gameplay type videos, gameplay as far as gameplay, watching me actually give commentary on the game as I play it. Gameplay, simple as that. But we'll see. This is the one thing, because gameplay is one thing I kind of want to introduce to my channel with very specific games. However, I'm going to be putting a poll up on Twitter as to whether I should do it or not, and it'll be ultimately up to you guys whether you think I should start doing gameplay videos or not. But that's what it comes down to. I'm really excited to bring you guys this. I have a lot of ideas cooking in my mind of what I want to do, and I can't wait for you guys to see what's going to be happening down the road. So those are all the updates that I have for the channel. Oh, and there is one big update, guys. Over the next couple of months, you might see some changes when it comes to my channel, because this background right here, the one I've got behind this webcam, behind the camera and the mic and everything, my set over the next couple of months is going to change. I love the bookshelf to pieces, but at a certain point I realized that I'm growing my channel. I'm coming up with new ideas. I'm doing all this stuff to help my channel thrive, along with doing all the projects with Zach. And I realized, why is everything else in my channel growing, but I'm not expanding my background? I'm not giving myself a more in-depth, a more colorful background. So that's what I'm going to do. And funny enough, it's like I said earlier, now that I'm playing video games again, I want to start reviewing and analyzing more video games for you guys. Heck, I want to take you guys along with this journey with me. Video games are expensive, they're fun and all, and I want to start giving you guys content related to video games. But like I said, reviews and analysis, they are definitely happening, but other stuff involving video games, that will definitely be up to you guys. So honestly, I think this will be a pretty good spot to leave up the chat. But before we go, I want to leave a couple more minutes for all of you guys in the chat right now to leave your thoughts. Leave any more questions that you have, and I'll get to them before we wrap this whole thing up. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Do you like the show Family Guy? I've seen a couple of episodes of Family Guy. I like Seth MacFarlane. I like the guy. I think he's very funny. Family Guy, it's really hard for me to get caught up on TV and everything, but Family Guy, it's a pretty funny show, I got to admit. All right, let's see here. The Darkest Mind seems like another Stranger Things story. It really, really does, doesn't it? All right. Just don't be my brother's physics teacher. That's weird. I don't know why I would become your brother's physics teacher, but okay, Chandler's video. It's really up to you, man. Whatever it is you want. I understand that, Chandler. I understand that ultimately when it comes to the stuff I do on my channel, it's ultimately up to me. But when it comes to gameplay, that kind of stuff, when it comes to my channel, there are certain aspects that I want to get your guys' opinions on. And ultimately, I know that it is up to me what goes on my channel, but getting input from the outside of what you guys like when it comes to terms of what I'm doing with my channel, that also helps. All right, Devin Pilgrim. Maybe start a second channel for gameplay. Gameplay videos generally do pretty good, and a lot of teens, young adults love video games, but there are people who strictly subscribe for movie reviews. That is true. You know, that's a very excellent point. I never had actually thought of that. And you know what? Now that you say that, it's actually got my brain cooking with other ideas of what could possibly happen if there is a second gameplay channel opened up. That's interesting. Holy smokes. All right, guys. Well, we are at 20 minutes, 30 seconds, and I think this is going to be a pretty good place to stop. And yeah, honestly, guys, this has been an overall blast. It's great. I haven't done a live stream in a very long time, and it felt so good giving another one out to you guys. And don't worry, the thumbnail that I have on this live stream right now, it isn't going to be the live stream for too long. After I get this done, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to fix that up, and you'll have a new, prettier thumbnail. But that's ultimately what it comes down to, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. As always, you guys are my YouTube family. I love talking to each and every single one of you. And it's just great. And yes, Devin Pilgrim, you are a genius. But guys, whatever thoughts you have, make sure you either leave them in the live chat or leave them in the comment section, because this live stream is going to be over very soon. In fact, it's going to be over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You all have a fantastic day.